We jumped in the car, took off, walked in the door, and I'll never forget Mom's words. She said, "This is it, Mary Kay. After a year, I don't want to look anymore. This is it."
My son loved it. The first day we walked in the door, he said, "I think this is where you should be."
The legacy at North Augusta is special in the fact that it's a small community. Although we do provide excellent nursing care, our focus is also on hospitality and having that warm home feel when you walk through the doors.
As soon as she had a tour of the area and saw an apartment, she said, "This is the place for me. It's like it's a already built community."
It was just so attractive and so beautiful when you walk into the door. But everybody was just your friend as soon as you moved in. I just love it here.
My commitment to residents and family members is quality of care, maximizing the relationships between the residents and the families in our services, our activities, and our staffing operations.
Everyone is so nice. I have never been in a place where they bend over to take care of you, you know.
The Legacy of North Augusta is a not-for-profit, and the benefit of that is being able to reinvest back into the community. We are a month-to-month rental, so if your situation changes and you have to make changes in your life, you're not locked into a year or a 2-year lease, so you have that flexibility.
The price actually seemed very reasonable in comparison to other places. It was less.
When I was looking for a place for my mom, she's definitely independent, but I know eventually at her age she's going to need some assistance. So what was important is there a facility she can go to that she doesn't have to move from one apartment to the other?
You never have to move to a different apartment. We actually bring those services to you. That also means that as spouses, you never have to separate. So if one spouse is independent and another spouse is assisted or needs those assisted living services, they are able to stay together.
People have been married 50 to 60 years can stay together in the same room and get their needs met, whether it be medical or physical or whatever.
Well, the first thing I think of is peace of mind. The fact that Mom can stay in her own apartment with no further change is the biggest thing for me.
The assisted living was the best thing that ever could come here. You stay in your own apartment, and the assisted living more or less comes to you.
The safer aging technology that we use for the call system here at the Legacy, when the pendant rings, it comes to the concierge desk. The concierge then notifies the nursing staff, and we go to their apartment and check on them to see what their needs are.
There are different areas where she can get to press a button for security, and she can get her help.
The Legacy at North Augusta offers many choices for the residents. What we have done is added additional common spaces to be able to provide different activities during different times and give them that choice of what they want to do and when they want to do it.
There's a lot of variety in the Life Enrichment program at the Legacy, so there's always something that is available for every resident to enjoy and be a part of.
I like to go to the exercise classes. I always like to take exercise.
We do have 3 activity rooms. Our second activities room does include a pool table with a card table and poker chips. And then on the 3rd floor, we do have an additional activities room that is based more for women with the card tables to play bridge, as well as an additional cooking area for everybody to get together.
There's many musical groups that come in during the week. And there's all kinds of music, jazz to country, bluegrass. Everybody has their choice. There are many activities, day and night. You will never run out of things to do.
Staunton was mentioned in the Smithsonian Magazine as a top 10 small towns to live in.
The buses take us out and take us places around that we'd like to see and do.
We went to the Opera House not too long ago. And you can go to all the different shops. They have a lot of different specialty shops. Every time my son calls, he said, "I can't get you. Where have you been?"
When I first started the Bible studies at the Legacy, I took a head count of who was what, whether they're Methodist or Presbyterian or Lutheran. And what I found is we have a mixture of all of them. And what we ended up with was a melding of appreciation for everyone's faith. We have worship services on Sundays. They're welcome to go to their own church if they would like. And I find that most of them go to their own church and then come back to the Legacy as well and enjoy that service with us.
I tell everybody that living at the Legacy is like living on a cruise ship that doesn't move. To me, I wouldn't want to live anywhere else.